Hey guys, in this video I'll be showing you guys how to book meetings for your SMMA on complete autopilot without having to spend any money upfront, right? So if you want help implementing these systems, just drop me a DM on Instagram. I'll leave my link down below. So guys, as I said earlier, in this video I'll be showing you guys step by step how to book SMMA meetings without having to spend any money upfront, right? You heard that, right? So shout out to the guys who are still in the trenches and grinding and don't have any money for ads. This is the video for you, right? So this is what I call the Pixel Perfect DM system. Now I know this sounds cringe, but I like to give labels to my systems, right? And what better just to name it after my agency, so Pixel Perfect. So the key about this DM system, right? It is focused on cold outreach, right? And the way we focus on cold DMs, specifically Instagram DMs. The reason why, for me, I have great success with Instagram DMs, and I believe when it comes to cold outreach, other than cold calling, Insta DMs is key, is way better than Facebook. Obviously, it varies niche to niche, but let's just say for most general part of it, Instagram is a beast, right? So the key about the system is to send quantity and quality, right? We don't want to just be sending a lot of quality, because most gurus focus on, send like 1 million DMs a day, like, you get me, to get on sales calls. And you'll get on a lot of sales calls, but you'll find that most of these prospects are unqualified. And why the hell do you want to sit on unqualified people, right? At the start, it might be important to get your reps in, but over time, when you're hopping on with a lot of unqualified people, it does kind of get annoying, right? You're just wasting your time, right? So the key is to also send quality, my bad, right? So first things first, what do I do first, right? So first things first, what you want to do is optimize your IG account, right? So obviously, you don't want to look like a bot. You don't want to look like NPC. When you go and you're chilling on Instagram and you get an Instagram notification, and it's some fake bot, sending you some fake link, right, in disguise as some girl, right? You don't want to look like that, right? You want to actually have a Instagram profile that's tailored towards the niche, right? So say for example, if you are like in construction niche, you want to look like someone who's potentially looking for something to be done at their house. Like you want your profile to be optimized, right? You want it to look like a real account, like a real person who's asking. Then only your reply rates will be high. If that's not the case, and if you're not doing that, like, what do you expect? Like, when you see a bot ass message and a bot account, do you ever reply to it? No, you just delete it straight away, right? So we don't want that to happen to you. So I suggest you guys first tailor your account towards your niche. Next thing, obviously, is create a script for Instagram DMs. Now, I don't need to explain this in detail in this video, right? If you don't know how to create a script for Instagram DM, that means you have to go back to the basics. Go watch some other YouTube video where they tell you how to write a script, right? But it's pretty straightforward, right? You can just, if you don't have one, just go to ChatGPT, right, and tell ChatGPT to write you a script, right? It's pretty straightforward, right? You don't need anything else. The next thing that you want to do, right, is we want to find quality DMs, right? Before reaching out to people, we need to find leads, right? When we want to find leads that are qualified, right? Because other than that, then it's a waste of time, right? So how do we find quality prospects? So how I usually do it is I suggest you guys find influencers in your niche, right? Say for example, I am selling agency services, so I'm selling services to other agency owners, right? I would go to Instagram and I'll type Jordan Plan, I'll type Charlie Morgan, I type out all these influencers' names, because of the fact that I know that most people who are interested in SMMA would follow this person, right? And if they're interested in SMMA, most likely they are agency owners of whatever type, right, or whatever size, right? Then what I do is I scrape the following, right? So I scrape the following of the influencer, and I find like a couple very good accounts, like couple gurus who don't have as big as following as like Jordan Plan or like, let's say, Charlie Morgan, and also scrape their following, right? And that way I can build a lead list of qualified people, right? People who actually have the capacity to buy and actually are interested in getting services, right? They're not on like zero clients and they have no money, so they can't buy your service, right? That's not the people we're looking for. We're looking for people who actually have like kind of like an optimized profile, and they kind of look like they're kind of doing well with the agency, or like, let's say you're in a different niche, like with a service they're specifically doing, right? And I would just rinse and repeat this process over again and compile a huge lead list so that I can send out DMs, right? It's that easy, right? So now you have the leads, right? What do you do next? So I would suggest you guys send 200 to 500 DMs a day, right? Because, in the end of the day, we need to send quantity, right? Obviously, right? The more DMs you send, the more replies you're gonna get, and obviously the more bookings you're gonna get, and that's just how it is. Like when it comes to quality, as I said earlier, right? So in order to do that, let's say you have 200, you're sending 200 DMs a day, right? You want to limit it to certain like IG accounts. Like let's say 200 a day, you need to you need to create like at least like 4 IG accounts, right? Reason being, each IG account should be sending 50 DMs a day, right? Otherwise, if you're not sending 50 DMs maximum per account, you most likely are gonna get blocked, and that shit is gonna be annoying. You're just gonna get restricted, right? So you don't want none of that happening. So all you want to do is make sure that each account is sending 50 DMs. So if you want to send 500 DMs a day, you should get 10 Instagram accounts, right? And obviously, what I suggest you do, guys, is obviously use an aged IG account to not get it banned, right? And what I mean by that is essentially, your IG account has to be like used more than 3 months. Like if you don't already have that, right? What I do is suggest you just type up like buy aged IG accounts online, and it should only cost like a couple dollars, right? Like $1 to $2, nothing expensive. Yes, I said no money up front, but like come on, like $1 to $2, like it shouldn't really break the bank. If it does, you actually are brokey, right? And another tool that I suggest, right? Let's say you're tired of doing it yourself and you kind of learned and you have the right strategy in place, but now it's just like you don't want to do these DMs yourself. What I suggest you guys is hire, VAs on a commission basis and give them 15% per sale, right? And let each VA do one like set of account. And believe me, that you'll find a lot of people on Facebook groups or school communities, mostly actually Facebook groups, who are willing to do so, right? As well as that, if you don't want to hire VAs, you can have this IGDM bot Chrome extension. So just type it up on Chrome downloads, right? You can find an IGDM bot Chrome extension, which will essentially automate the entire process without having to use VA. So you just create multiple Google Chrome accounts, and for each Google Chrome account window, you log into one Instagram and use the bot, right? And if you want to learn how to use the bot, I can create another video about it. Just let me know down in the comments, right? So after that, right, what I want to do is you start outreaching, right? And the key thing, right, is you want to gather feedback each time and refine the process, right? If you're not tracking the reply rates, if you're not tracking the booking rates, if you're not tracking the data, like how do you know if it's even actually working, right? And the thing is, right, it's really important for you to know what's working and what's not working. This is done in order to actually optimize and create the most efficient strategy. Right? So that's pretty much it, guys. This is my strategy. If you need help implementing this system, just drop me a DM in my Instagram. I'll leave my link down below. Have a great one, guys.